Hey, it's Mr. K, Chemistry 30, Unit B, Review, Numeric Response 4. Okay, here's a cell. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's talk about each piece. First thing, it helps me to remember this phrase, red cat. That, for me, means that reduction happens at the cathode. Okay, now reduction, I know that I'm looking for my strongest oxidizing agent. So what I've done here is I've listed all my substances. I've got Ag plus, Ag solid, Cu, Cu2 plus, nitrate is probably a spectator. And now I've gone hunting for my SOA. And right here, I find my SOA is Ag plus. Going up from the bottom right, I find my SRA to be copper. So SOA is Ag plus, SRA is Cu. I've written that on my diagram. SOA, Ag plus, SRA, Cu. And then I can write those reactions. One is undergoing a reduction, the other one is undergoing an oxidation. Okay, those are just a few pieces. Now, the first question is, this is a voltaic cell. When I looked at the table, I could see that the oxidizing agent was above the reducing agent. So this is spontaneous. Voltaic means spontaneous. Electrolytic would be non-spontaneous. Another way of differentiating is we have a voltmeter here. Voltmeters measure voltage. Electrolytic cells, you have to push the electrons around because they don't happen spontaneously. You need a battery here. So voltaic, you'll have a voltmeter, maybe a bulb, but for electrolytic, you would have a power source or a battery, something providing energy. Okay, next question is talking about increasing in mass. Now over here, we have a solid copper going to an AQ, copper 2 plus. What that means is that this copper is going into solution as copper 2 plus, and this thing is going to be reducing in mass. On the other side, AgAQ is becoming Ag solid, meaning this is going onto the electrode and it is going to increase in mass. So I can cancel out copper increasing and select Ag increasing. We already talked about this being spontaneous, not non-spontaneous. And lastly, anions and cations. So I've identified the cathode, meaning the other side will be the anode. Now in terms of these ions, K plus is my cation. That's going to flow toward the cathode. NO3 negative is my anion. Anions go toward the anode. So anions go toward the anode. Okay, we talked about that quite a bit in class. We can talk about it some more, but essentially we're, what are we doing? All of these ions that are coming in are making this thing overly positive. And the result is that that negative is going to be attracted into it. Same thing over here. All these positives are disappearing, making this overly negative. Those positives will come in to replenish and try and balance out the charge and keep the cell rolling. All right, my answer then is 1, 4, 5, 7. Thanks for tuning in.